Hi, Scorpio, and welcome to your life journey timeless tarot reading. This is a very special tarot reading as we will only be looking at major arcana cards for the different energies that you will be working with for this life. All the different tarot decks that I'm using are listed in the description box below. If you are not familiar with the Fool's Journey through the Tarot, I highly recommend that you look that up and read it because that is what has inspired this reading. If you notice on this card, the Fool, the beginning of life, you know, he's got all the time in the world. He's selecting the experiences that he wishes to have. He puts his mask on, his costume for the role he shall play this lifetime. And then we see how he transitions, you know, to the end here. He's out of time. He's accomplished everything he set out to experience. He's taken his mask off. Essentially, he's shed his costume. And now he ascends back into the non-physical realm. So, Scorpio, this tarot reading is about your journey through the major arcana, everything that happens from birth to death. So let's get right into it and pull the three major overarching energies that you are dealing with this lifetime. So we have the Hanged Man. This here says that wherever you find yourself kind of stuck or blocked or, you know, just really delayed, anytime something like that's playing out in your life, that's because you need to come into a different perspective, or you may need to sacrifice something in order to move forward. But, you know, with this card here, this is all about like seeing beyond the illusions. So I really feel like at some point in Scorpio's life, anything that may have enchanted you or any illusions that you develop will ultimately be dispelled, okay? Like, you are not going to be in the dark for long if you're ever in the dark. It's like you're always going to be able to rise to a place to see through anything, you know, and beyond. Next we have the Starseed. So this tells me many of you are incredibly wise souls. You come from other places. You're here for spiritual work. But, you know, even if you are of this energy, it doesn't mean you're here to change a thing. You could just be here to have the experience of human life for what it is, okay? But this is saying that you are definitely from a different dimension, and a lot of that knowing comes through this lifetime. Like, you feel it and you do things differently. You're probably very psychic, empathic, you know, just you see things and people as they are. Very little can get past Scorpio. And like I said, if it does, you eventually get to the place where you see through that. And now we have the Lovers. So this tells me Scorpio will have a big focus on romantic partnerships and connections this lifetime. That energy is highly significant to the experience that you have intended for yourself to have this lifetime, okay? So many of you will probably definitely resonate with the twin flame idea. That's part of your destiny for this life, no question. So let's pull some, I would say that twin flame comes from the same dimension you do. That's what that's all about. Let's pull some cards to see what the overall energy is in career and finance for you this life experience. So we have the Empress. So this to me is like, you guys are definitely meant to have a comfortable lifestyle. Some of you could be really comfortable. Others of you, you know, just your needs are met, things like that. But with this energy, the Empress, you are meant to always have your needs met, okay? Also, some of you females out there, your career path may be that you choose to be a mother, okay? That's might be what you choose. For others of you, this is just saying that the energy of you, your knowledge, and your experience, wherever you go, you know, you bring a lot with you. You're very fertile, you're very prosperous, people like your energy, you're good at what you do. Yeah, you're strong. Whatever your career path is, you are very strong in it. You know your shit. You know what you're doing. You can be counted on. You can handle a lot of stress in the workplace or when it comes to the career path that you choose. It's like you've got it, okay? That you can handle a lot. And then we have the High Priestess. Yeah. Some of you definitely could choose a spiritually based practice as your career path, either from the get-go or at some point in your life. You will be very strong in it. You know, many of you, I feel like your success in the workplace and relating to other people has everything to do with either your psychic or empathic ability, and you create very strong connections in the workplace, you know, and you can be counted on. But you're meant to have money, Scorpio. You're meant to have your needs met, especially with this Empress here. So let's take a look at your intimate and romantic energies and what you are working with there. So we have the Hermit, the Fool. So you have the Fool twice because the Starseed would be the Fool card. And the Empress. What I'm saying to people is any repeating cards, definitely Google those and look at several different interpretations of the meaning of those cards, as those are very strong, significant energies playing out in your life. And so far we can see that the Fool and the Empress energy is strong because you have the Empress here and now you have it over in your intimate energies. So what I see here is some Scorpios, it's just like you kind of hold out and hold back until you meet that one person that you know. You know, you could be in love, but your soul will know there's something greater, something bigger, something more for you out there until you align with this person, okay? With this Hermit, to me, this is like holding back, withholding. So I feel either you have a tendency to be more reserved and hold back in relationships, either your emotions or becoming physically intimate, or you feel like the one you truly love, like you are separated from them for a period of your experience. But this says that, you know, whatever is holding you back in regards to intimacy or romantic connections, there will be a change in that energy and you'll have this new zest for life. And with the Empress here, many people are drawn to you. You're very attractive, you're very alluring to the to others, okay? Also, many people find you nurturing, and they may want, you know, rely on you, like in relationships, like to take care of them or to nurture them, baby them, male or female. It's just like you are the nurturer, you are the healer, and you are very attractive. You are very, like, people are very drawn into you, okay? And you, I think you hold back. Like, I don't think you're just interested in any old person. Like, you're like, no, we've got to have a certain kind of vibe that puts you in this energy, because this is like an erotic outburst. So somebody's really got to tickle your fancy in order for you to feel it, okay? So let's take a look at your romantic, your religious and spiritual energies you are working with this lifetime. So we have the Lovers again. We have the High Priestess. So we have the High Priestess repeating now. And we have Justice. Yeah, I'm going to say, Scorpio, you are very intuitive, psychic, empathic from day one, okay? But you might be brought up religious, and you are going to struggle where you're like, do I go with what I've been taught, or do I go with what I feel like I'm hearing from my soul? Okay, but you come into an understanding. Some of you balance like your religious beliefs with your spiritual beliefs, and like kind of create your own way that works for you as far as belief system. But you are definitely spiritually gifted, Scorpio, and that like is from day one. And with this here, again, I feel like this goes back to that twin flame energy. Like that experience is part of your destiny. So let's pull some cards to look at all the other relationships in your life that are not romance, and see what energies you are working with there. All right, so the Hanged Man, Death, this is your own energy right here, your own card, and the Emperor. So we have the Empress twice and the Emperor once. So this to me, Scorpio, whether you are male or female, based on the energies, this High Priestess and Empress, I really feel like you are working more with the Divine Feminine energy this lifetime, whether you are male or female, okay? That doesn't mean you're girly if you're a male. It just means you're more in tune with that side of the human experience. You are psychic, you are empathic, you are a healer, you're a nurturer, you are sensitive, you feel your emotions, you're sensitive to the feelings of others, okay? With this energy here, this says that, you know, I feel like even more than like romance, the biggest challenges that Scorpio faces comes into play in their like either friendships, family relationships, something along those lines, because here we have that Hanged Man energy. So we see the Hanged Man energy come down here into your relationships, and we, you know, that tells me that energy is very significant for that. The Lovers, we see that energy come down here into your spirituality, so I know it's very significantly tied to this section of your life. And the Lovers, you know, especially coming through spiritually, I know has a lot to do with that twin flame energy, and that being part of your trajectory. Especially we see the Emperor and the Empress, so that's like the power couple right there. So there's just a lot of challenge, transformation in your relationships that are not romantic, okay? I just feel like a lot of people count on you and depend on you and ask of you, but they don't ever really give much back. Okay, it's like when you come to ask for it back, they can't be bothered. So you cut them off, cut them out, okay? But you are strong. You are, out of everybody in your family, you have this very special strength and wisdom that they don't possess. Like, you may be the thing that keeps it all together. In your friendship, same thing. Like, you're the one that everybody comes to. You keep it together, but you're gonna have a challenge and transition here. Like, that's where I see, honestly, the most challenging energy of your spread. It comes into those relationships. It's not to say you won't have challenges anywhere else in your life, but so far those are like, you know, where it really, that's where it's going to play out. That's where, for whatever reason, your soul will receive the most growth through those relationships and challenges. So let's pull some cards to see how your life story plays out. And you know, with the High Priestess down here and the Lovers and that Starseed, some of you are definitely here from another dimension with a twin flame type of connection, and I don't even feel like you could call it a twin flame connection. Like, what it is so much bigger and beyond the concept of that, you know, especially energies coming, consciousness from another dimension down into this plane. You guys are like partners to get each other through this life, okay? And you have a spiritual mission, so it's like when you align and come together, it's, you guys are just, it's not about like the American dream or what you can achieve materially. You guys definitely fall into that role of some sort of mission for the upliftment of humanity. I do see that for sure. Okay, so we have desire, we have choice, we have destiny, and we have faith. Yeah. Those of you with this intense like lovers thing going on, that is so a part of your destiny, and that leads into that, how you guys have this spiritual mission of together. Now with choice here, this is saying choice next to destiny, Scorpio. What that tells me is when you incarnated, you had mapped out a couple different paths for yourself, and they're dimensional. Each destiny is existing in a different dimension. And so your course is fixed, but the dimension in which you experience this destiny is your choice. Okay? So there's this element here of choice here, choice here, choice here, choice here. Because each different destiny will bring you the same type of growth, but it's all about the human avatar, what the human avatar, you, the one listening to this reading, would enjoy the most, or wants the most, desires the most. So it's like the human avatar, your personality is what dictates the choice of the way this destiny plays out, in which dimension you experience it. But you are ultimately, like, throughout your life, guided by this, your spirit, your soul. You're very spiritually gifted, Scorpio, okay? Like, if you are not tapped into that and fully aware of that, I highly recommend taking the steps to do so, because you are highly spiritually gifted. All right, so let's see how you transition through these energies throughout your lifetime. Oh, okay, well, no, we're not pulling it like that. This is for each. So We start with career. Yeah, this is with the career. Again, this is saying that, you know, you become the master of whatever you do. You're very strong in it. And you might not know everything, but you know enough to where it elevates you. Also, with this, it's saying that choice of destiny. Okay, you get that you are affixed to a certain destiny, but you recognize how your choices and your energies align you to what dimension in which you experience that destiny. And that's especially strong in this career sector of your life. And this is the romance. Look at this. We have the Lovers card. So the Lovers coming out this way opposed to this way tells me that you and this twin flame energy, extra dimensional connection is what I'd rather call it. You guys kind of have some struggle and understanding, just deciding who's dominant and who is submissive, who's masculine, who's feminine. Like there's a struggle of power and control between the two of you. And you know, ultimately this is where you end up, is on the side, you know, where we've figured it all out. But I just feel like that's going to challenge you with this connection, okay? And now here, spiritually, this is saying that, you know, in the light of sun, all things are seen. But, you know, there's this other element to life, you know, the esoteric. And this is letting you know that you will see things through the darkness. So any sort of apprehension or fears that you have, always trust them, because you're more right than you're wrong. And your awareness of them and choosing to look around you and seek it out will keep you safe, okay? So again, this is a reiteration of your ability to see the unseen. Look at the obelisk with the symbol on there. You see that? You have the ability to see the unseen. Always trust yourself more than reality, Scorpio. And then over here for the friendships, this is saying again, like, you are gonna grow quite a bit of strength through the challenges of these relationships, okay? And you're going to come to a point where you're no longer being willing to be submissive, because this is the Empress here that sits next to the Lion, and here's the Emperor. So we have this Empress energy 3 times. You are working so much more so with the divine feminine energy. Like that's the essence of your soul, whether you're male or female, okay? And this here is telling you, like, always be who you are. Refuse to be small for the comfort of others. Never be small for them, Scorpio. Never, never. You be who you are, and you be strong in who you are. And don't let any relationship diminish that in you, okay? Because you are very beautiful energy. And the other side of this card shows that and depicts that when the devil rises up, the Lion and the Empress can't even be bothered, because they're strong in who they are, and they recognize what refuses to be destroyed cannot be destroyed, not even by the devil, okay? So this is like some really challenging relationships, but I feel like the strength and bond that will be created through some of them is just unbreakable. Again, you are a very strong individual in your relationships, and people really look to you, Scorpio. So let's pull a card to see the energy you transition with as you leave this life. Who does Scorpio ultimately become? We have the Chariot. So this to me is speaking of you have ultimate victory. Everything you set out to achieve on a soul level, Scorpio, you achieve this lifetime, okay? you end this life very proud of all you have accomplished. Now, this could be consciously known, or this could just be in the soul, but you are very proud of all you have achieved and all you have accomplished, and you're victorious, and you're well received back into the non-physical for everything that you have achieved and become. So Scorpio, your life is very destined, very fixed, but again, the human avatar is the one that makes the choice on what dimension that reality is experienced. And you are very psychically and spiritually gifted. Some of you may do that, ultimately create a career path for yourself out of that. But you, when it comes to finance and career, with the Wheel of Fortune on this side, there's just going to come this time and point in your life where you really get it, and you know how to be successful, and you know how to manifest the things that you need to keep yourself comfortable and happy. Okay, definitely twin flame energy. Lovers came out ×3 in this reading. That is part of your destiny, growth of your soul to walk you through this lifetime. But I don't know, I just see the psychic ability, the empath, the spiritual gift more than anything else through this reading. So you know, really develop that, because I feel like it impacts all sectors that we looked at, and that might ultimately be what makes your avatar pick a different choice than maybe it would have originally had you not really expanded and grown that ability within you. So Scorpio, that is your life journey reading. I hope that you have found this helpful, and I'm wishing you guys all the best. Take care.